Hello dear viewers, welcome to today's program, which is intended for students of grade 12. We'll take a break, then we'll be right back. So stay with us. Welcome back, dear viewers. Today's lesson is going to be a revision of vocabulary items from Module 1, Unit 1. So let's get started right away. Now, this is a warming up exercise. So, dear students, look at the pictures and try to guess the theme of the unit. I'm going to guide you through some pictures. So, the first picture is that of scale of justice. The second one is a court of law. The third one is a combination of three elements. The first one is a gavel and a sounding unit. The second one is a pair of handcuffs. And the third one is a book which includes a set of rules and regulations which govern individuals and organizations in a society. So, is the theme of Unit 1 world issues, the law, crimes, or injustice? I can almost hear you say it's the law. Well, give yourself a pat on the back because that is the correct answer. Now let's take things one step further. Dear students, we are going to have a warming up exercise, and this is called brainstorming. Brainstorming means that you need to write down or jot down words related to a certain topic, and in this case, we have the topic, the law. So, think of 5 words relating to topic, the law. Now, I will help you, and I will provide you with my own list of words. The law makes me think of the word legal, code of law, enforce, guilty, innocent, impose, and justice. Notice that during a brainstorming activity, you can jot down words that are verbs, adjectives, adverbs, or nouns. Here is a list of all the words related to the law. Try to remember as many as you can. Notice that the words can be adjectives, adverbs, verbs, or nouns. Now, let's learn some more active words. Look at the picture and then read the example sentence. The couple chose adoption because they couldn't have children of their own. Notice that the word adoption is underlined and written in a different font color. The word is adoption. And grammatically, the word adoption is a noun. Now, let's read. By definition, the word adoption means the action or fact of legally taking someone's child and bring it up as one's own. Now, in each of these pictures, there is a jury. Now, a jury is a noun, which means a group of often 12 ordinary people who listen to the details of a case in court and decide whether someone is guilty or not. In picture number 1, 6 of the jury members are women. Great. Now, many students don't make the difference between a jury and a judge. For this, I make an exercise to clarify things. So, the word judge, is it picture number 1 or 2? Well, it's picture number 2. So, picture number 1 is that of a jury. All right? Next word is the word handcuffs, a pair of handcuffs. This is a noun, and by definition, handcuffs means a pair of metal rings joined by a chain used for holding a prisoner's wrists together. Now, you have three pictures here, and in one of these three pictures is that of a pair of handcuffs. Can you find it out according or with reference to the definition given? Well, it's picture number 2. Remember, the word handcuffs is defined as a pair of metal rings joined by a chain used for holding a prisoner's wrists together. Okay, now look at the two photographs and try to tell me what is the word which means getting advice from a professional person. Well, it's the noun consultation. For example, we say, he spent hours in consultation with his lawyers. So, what type of consultation do doctors provide? Do they provide legal consultation, medical consultation, mechanical consultation, or business consultation? Well, doctors provide medical consultation. Now, he was tried and found guilty of murder. The word that is underlined is the word guilty. The word guilty is an adjective, which means responsible for committing a crime. The opposite of the word guilty is the adjective innocent, which means not guilty. For example, we say, the court found him innocent and he was released. Now, football fans know this word for sure. It is a word which means a punishment imposed for breaking the law. It's the word penalty. Now, let's use this word in a different context. Look at this advertisement. No littering, penalty £80. Drivers who toss rubbish or throw rubbish from their cars should pay a heavy penalty. Next word. A car or a house is someone's property. It means something valuable which belongs to someone. The word tolerant is an adjective, which means open-minded. For example, we say, we must be tolerant of others. The word tolerant, by definition, means able to accept what other people say or do, even if you don't agree with. Violence is a noun, which means an aggressive behavior or a behavior that is intended to hurt other people physically. The noun welfare in this sentence means health and happiness. Let's read the sentence together. Our only concern is the children's welfare. If I want to paraphrase, if I want to express this sentence differently, then we say, we are concerned with the children's health and happiness. So the meaning of the word welfare is health and happiness. Okay, now let's move to practice. And as you know, practice makes perfect. So fill in the spaces using the words in the list. The list is consultation, civil, govern, define, and enforce. First sentence, the decision was reached after space with parents and teachers. So try your hand. Pick up a word and complete the space. Good. It's the word consultation, and the sentence reads, the decision was reached after consultation with parents and teachers. Next sentence. Could you please, space, precisely what you mean by crime? In this sentence, the speaker is asking someone to define the word crime. So he says, could you please, and then we need a verb. okay? Because we have a modal auxiliary here, could, and so after the could we know that we should use a verb. This is one way of narrowing down the list of words in a multiple choice, in a gap-filling exercise. So, could you please define precisely what you mean by crime? To define means to give the meaning of a word. Next sentence, helicopters are mainly used for military rather than space use. So here there is a contrast between the use of helicopters for military in comparison with the opposite. So what is the opposite of the word military? It is the word civil. And the sentence reads, helicopters are mainly used for military rather than civil use. Next sentence, governments make laws and the police space them. This is one of the basic principles of laws in almost all societies. So to complete the sentence, we need a verb, or which is the verb that we still have here. Actually, we have three: govern, enforce, and define. One of these verbs complete the meaning of this sentence, and it is the word enforce. Governments make laws, and the police and also judges enforce them. Next exercise is a multiple choice exercise, and what you need to do is to pick a word or select a word to complete the meaning of the sentence. You will have 4 options. Sentence number 1. The jury found him space of murder. Is it the word guilty that completes the meaning of this sentence? Is it the word legal, civil, or tolerant? Great. It's the word or the adjective guilty. Remember what we said about the meaning of this adjective? It means responsible for committing a crime. So, the jury found him guilty of murder. Next sentence reads, a person accused of a crime is presumed, and then space, until proven guilty. The list of distractors: tolerant, invisible, innocent, and the last word is civil. Select one word to complete the meaning of this sentence. Well done. A person accused of a crime is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Next sentence, the, and then space, has to decide whether a person is guilty or innocent of a crime. Who decides whether a person is guilty or innocent of a crime? Penalty, jury, consultation, or adoption? Here is an extra visual clue. What do we call 12 ordinary people who listen to a case in a court and then decide that whether that person is guilty or not? We call that jury. The jury has to decide whether a person is guilty or innocent of a crime. Next sentence, there is a lot of oil on the machine, and I think it will space it up. The distractors: define, prove, enforce, or clog. Well, when we add too much oil to a machine, then it blocks it. Okay? So what is the word that means to block? It is the word clog. So let's read the sentence together. And the sentence is, there is a lot of oil on the machine, and I think it will clog it up. The machine will be blocked if you keep on adding oil. Next sentence, it is a wise policy to settle space as quickly as possible. Handcuffs, consultation, grievances, or persuasions. You need to choose one word to complete the meaning of this sentence. Okay? So the correct word is grievances here. It's a wise policy to settle grievances as quickly as possible. Grievances means complaints of being treated in an unfair way. Next sentence, I, space, to arrive early tomorrow to make sure I get a seat. I am referring to tomorrow, and tomorrow is a future time. So I plan, or I will arrive early tomorrow to make sure to get a seat. Now choose a word which expresses intention. Is it the word impose, govern, row, or intend? Well done. It's the word intend. I intend to arrive early tomorrow to make sure I get a seat, which means I will arrive tomorrow a little bit earlier because I want to have a seat. Now, a gap-filling exercise. Fill in the spaces with the suitable words from the list. And here is the list. The words are break into, fake, invisible, worthless, and techno-criminal. The first sentence, she was criticized so much by her employers that she began to feel, and then a space. So which of these words means with little value? It is the adjective worthless. Okay? Next sentence, sometimes or someone tried to space our house while we were away. So someone tried to enter by force. What is the word that means to enter by force? It is the word break into. Someone tried to break into our house while we were away. Next sentence, she was charged with possessing a space passport, not a genuine passport. Okay? So it is a fake passport. Next sentence, these bacteria are space unless viewed with a microscope. So if we don't see bacteria by a microscope, they are invisible. They cannot be seen. Now fill in the spaces with the suitable words from the list below. Okay? The list of words: residential areas, regardless, petty, litigation, and in favor of. The sentence reads, I have never been, space, hitting children as a form of punishment. What I want to say is I am against hitting children as a form of punishment. So from the list of words, which word is the opposite of against? Great. It's the word in favor of. So let's have the next sentence. Now notice that whenever I find a word, I cross it out from the list of words just to narrow out the number of words. Now, next sentence reads, yesterday I went to the court to know the correct procedures of what? From the list of words, which one suits the meaning of this sentence? It is the word litigation. Next sentence, the final report was a brief one and did not have any space details. Now, because this report is brief, it is short, it means it is concise and to the point. So, which means that we avoided all the unnecessary or trivial details. And the word in the list that means unnecessary and trivial is the word petty. Now, next sentence, driving fast in space is strictly forbidden. So, driving fast in where? We need a place. In residential areas is strictly forbidden because it is full of houses, and in the houses there are people living there and it is crowded. Now, word definitions. Here is a list of all the word definitions from Unit 1. Let's read them together. Supporter is defined as someone who agrees with a person or a group. Case is a legal action, especially one to be decided in a court. The adjective legal, by definition, means appointed or required by the law. Petty means of little importance and trivial. Invisible means cannot be seen. Try to memorize these definitions. Enforce means to put into practice or to carry out. And the verb note means to notice or pay particular attention. The noun penalty is a general word for a punishment imposed for breaking the law. Ultimately is an adverb, which means finally, after everything else has been done. Now let's go through an exercise. If you don't do the job right, you will pay the penalty. Does the word penalty mean someone who agrees with a person or a group? B, a legal action, especially one to be decided in a court? A punishment imposed for breaking a law, a regulation, or an agreement? Or it means a long seat for several people. Remember, the word penalty is or means a punishment imposed for breaking the law, a rule, or an agreement. Another sentence: unless the money is returned, we shall shortly be contacting our legal department. Here are the definitions: of little importance or trivial, appointed or required by the law, having no value, importance, or use, a short duration. And the correct answer is appointed or required by the law. Actually, the word legal is an adjective that is derived or that is coming from the noun law. Great. Now let's finish with a word game. It is a word search game. Look at the grid and try to find as many words as possible related to the theme, the law. Okay? So let's do this together. We're going to start with the top row. Can you spot a word which is related in one way or another to the theme jury? It is the word jury. Okay? So, next word, case. You skip a few rows and then you'll find the verb sue. Next word is intend. Here you can find a word which is the verb to govern or to control. Next word is right here, defense. And next word is an adjective which means of little importance. It is the word petty. Next word is at the bottom, and it means an aggressive behavior, violence. Now we're going to move to find words which are down. Okay? So the first word that comes into my sight is the word innocent, which means not guilty. Next word is legal, an adjective that is derived from the noun law. Next word is the word fake. You can also find the word impose. And also there is the word define. And the last word is the word penalty. Dear viewers, this lesson has come to an end. I hope it was beneficial. I'm looking forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye-bye.